All right, guys, welcome to the Raider Agency 5-Minute Fix. What I'm going to talk about today really centers around posture. It centers around authority, and it centers around valuing your time as an insurance producer. So something that I find a lot of agents, whether you're at the door, whether you're face-to-face, whether you're on the phone, it's very easy to accept what someone says, to be sold by a prospect, but it makes everybody feel good. Like, yeah, I'm really interested in this. How about next Tuesday? We're on the phone right now, or we're sitting at the door right now. It doesn't look like you're running out of the house with your keys in your hand. Why does it have to be next Tuesday? Why? Because that's essentially a no, but it's non-confrontational. So your prospect doesn't feel bad. You feel like I got something on the books for next Tuesday, when in reality, if they wanted to do it, if you had the sense of urgency, and if you put authority into the situation, you would figure out if you're going to have a deal on your hands today and not have to carry this with you to next Tuesday or Thursday or whenever they told you. Don't get sold. Now, I say no B-backs. For those of us that have been in business for a long time, look, have we written business? Have we written good cases on B-backs? Absolutely. By far, it's the exception that proves the rule. If you are taking your prospects at their word constantly, you're going to be running a constant refrain of disappointment in your insurance practice. It's very easy for someone to take your presentation, or take, whether it be in person or on the phone, and say, this is great. Let me digest this. Let's reconnect in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever the time frame is that they've put out there. You feel like, hey, I've got an iron in the fire. This is good. They're definitely going to buy. If they were definitely going to buy, they do it right now. Obviously, there are extenuating circumstances. We've all been there when you truly need to come back. But those are so few and far between when it comes to your overall presentations in the business that it's a rounding error at best. So understand that pushing through that, saying, hey, we've already done this. We've already understood what you most likely qualify for. The next step is getting you approved with a carrier and seeing if we actually can put the coverage in place that you want, that you need, that I'm discussing with you right now. That's the next step. We don't have to wait for that next step. It can be done right now. As Zig Ziglar said, for every sale that you lose because you're too tenacious, you gain 100 with that same tenacity. There are very few people that would ultimately have bought from you that will not buy from you if you push hard on that first appointment, on that first immediate conversation that you're having about insurance. So what does it mean? It means you got to value your time. Don't let your prospects run you all around town, run you ragged. Let them have pieces of your schedule that you're holding for them when they're not even thinking about it. They're not respecting your time. And a lot of times they're not respecting your time because you're not respecting your time. Think about anything you do, whether it's personally, professionally, whether you're going to an accountant, an attorney, a mechanic, whether you're going to order food. That individual, that business, whatever your product or service that you're buying, they respect their time. So as a function, you respect their time. You don't sit there when the server comes over to your table and spend 15 minutes looking through the menu. No, you've already done that. So when the server comes over, you know that they're busy. They know that they're busy. So as a result, you try to be as concise and direct as possible. Place your order, and you don't want to waste their time because you know their time is valuable because they have other tables to see. Same type of thing in insurance, okay? If you don't have that presentation, if you don't have that posture that, hey, I would love to help you, Mary, but I have about 15 other families to see today. If that isn't infused in your presentation, your clients and prospects will take advantage of your time. They won't respect it. They'll kick the can down the road and you will never close them. So value your time first, then your prospects will. Those B-backs, that's devalued time for both you and your prospect. Okay, if there's seriously an issue that they need, address it. Come through that objection at the point of sale, and don't book a meeting for a week down the road unless there's an absolute necessity. And I mean an absolute necessity, not a, I got to talk to my brother about it, or my son handles my banking kind of smokescreen. I mean a real reason that you can't work around. Any specifics, obviously let me know. And to finish up with that, you can use a feel, felt, found theory or approach in any of these circumstances, whether it comes with, well, I don't give my banking information out. I understand that, Mary. I've got a lot of other prospects that felt that same way. Now, what they found is once we got them approved and the bank was making the payment to the insurance company automatically for them, they felt a lot more confident. They felt a lot better. It was one less thing to manage on a monthly basis. Now, if we need to make an adjustment on price because $72 a month is a little uncomfortable and it's not going to be automatic for you, then let's change. Let's make a change there. But the insurance companies do not accept monthly payments like that. Whatever the objection is, you can get around a lot of them with feel, felt, found, because it breeds commonality. And at the same time, don't use yourself as much. Instead of I understand, I feel, because then they can sort of question your sincerity. Well, are you just saying that because you want me to buy this insurance from you? You can say that many of my other prospects had the same question, so I understand that. They felt the same way. And what they found was that putting this coverage in place, what they found was that even a base cremation policy made them much more confident and secure, and felt like they were taking a big burden off their family. Even though they wanted the $20,000, they understood that the $5,000 was better than nothing, which is what they currently have. Any type of pivot that you need to make can typically be done with a feel, felt, found, but the important thing to put in there is make it come from the point of view of your prospect, of your client base, not from you personally, because this way it seems like you're on their side and that you're working with them. You're not having this chess match where you're trying to maneuver in for a close and they're trying to rebuff you. Always do everything from the approach that you are working with your prospect to get them the best coverage possible, to get them that peace of mind that they so longingly need, that they deserve, and that they've been looking for the last 45 years, which is why they're 70 and have no life insurance. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Quick 5-minute fix. Value your time. Understand that if you don't do it, your prospects won't do it. And practice putting feel, felt, found into play in almost any circumstance where somebody throws a very common objection at you in terms of selecting a coverage amount, selecting budget, banking information, need to talk to somebody else about it. Breed commonality, use that workaround. You'll find yourself closing a lot more deals. Thanks for your time, and I will see you next time on the 5-Minute Fix.